The China Report for Friday, June 14, 2013. China already reaping valuable intel from Snowden. For months, China has tried to turn the tables on the United States to counter accusations that it hacks America's computers and networks. Now, former intelligence contractor Edward Snowden may have handed Beijing a weapon in its cyber war of words with Washington. In an interview with the South China Morning Post newspaper, Snowden claims the United States has long been attacking a Hong Kong university that routes all internet traffic in and out of the semi-autonomous Chinese region. Snowden said the National Security Agency's 61,000 hacking targets around the world include hundreds in Hong Kong and mainland China, the paper reported late Wednesday. The Post, Hong Kong's main English-language newspaper, said Snowden had presented documents to support those claims, but it did not describe the documents and said it could not verify them. China's economy is slowing. China is sticking by its guns to not stimulate the economy any more than it already does through fixed asset investments. Beijing leaders recently signaled that monetary and fiscal policy loosening is unlikely in the short term. Liquidity will remain tight in June and July. Some fund managers might say this bodes well for long-term sustainable growth. But investors are short-sighted, and so while this correction in Chinese equities may be great for long-termers, short-term investors are going to bail. In fact, emerging market money is already flowing in the opposite direction. Asia is down most, with outflows of $2.12 billion in the week ending June 12 compared to outflows of $1.84 billion in the previous week, according to EPFR Global in Cambridge, Mass. Most of that is from China. With half the year nearly gone, Asian equity investments total $3.55 billion and would have to double to come close to the 2012 inflows of $8.38 billion. China's currency is feeling the strain. The spot China yuan exchange rate in offshore markets has moved away from the strong side of the 1% band and in recent days has become closer to Beijing's price of 6.13. Offshore markets have been trading the yuan at a premium. But that premium is being stripped away. The yuan is weakening, suggestive of both capital inflows slowing again in June. India to top China as world's most populous nation by 2028. India will surpass China to become world's most populous nation around 2028, with its population crossing the 1.45 billion mark, according to latest report by the United Nations. The report World Population Prospects says the world's population will hit 7.2 billion next month and is projected to reach 10.9 billion by 2100, with the growth mainly occurring in developing countries, with more than half in Africa. But, with the number of future global dwellers linked to fertility, the number at the end of the century could be as high as 16.6 billion or even fall to 6.8 billion, it adds. The report says India is expected to become the world's most populous country, passing China around 2028, when both countries will have populations of 1.45 billion. After that, India's population will continue to grow and that of China is expected to start decreasing. The report notes that the population of developed regions will remain largely unchanged at around 1.3 billion from now until 2050. In contrast, the 49 least developed countries are projected to double in size from around 900 million people in 2013 to 1.8 billion in 2050. Nigeria's population is expected to surpass that of the United States before 2050. That's the China Report for today. Zaijian.